Hey friends, Miss Skinny Jeans here, coming at you with another Trigger Happy Thursday. So I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind, mainly because I'm about to head off to a big event, and actually by the time this airs, I will actually be in the air on my way to said event. But when we talk about events, when we talk about major milestones, we talk about trips or bikini season or, weddings or high school reunions, there's always this big, I want to say, nervous bubble that happens around our body image and the event. Now, if you walk past any women's magazine in any grocery store, they're going to be capitalizing on, your insecurity about an event, about a time period, about a set point in the future, a fixed point in the future where you feel like you need to look a certain way in order to be perceived as a successful or whole human being. So I actually wrote a blog post about this last year after Paleo FX because I'd gone into that event with a very high state of anxiety. At the time, I was dealing with really terrible acne. My hair was still not really grown out of a really bad haircut that I'd been battling for 2 years. I had just started putting weight back on and really kind of committing to my recovery. And so I was nervous about how I would be perceived at this event. In fact, I was petrified. I think is a good word for this. I was petrified by how I would be perceived at this event. And so the nights leading up to it were filled with just this absolutely gut-wrenching terror about what I was going to wear and when and how, and what if nobody liked me because I was too fat. And can I tell you that this was probably one of the best events of my life, and I have made so many lasting friends with whom I'm going to be exchanging millions of hugs when I go back to this event today. um, and so, the shape of my body had nothing to do with whether or not they liked me. And the shape of my body is not going to have anything to do with whether or not I'm going to get that hug when I go back to see them again 1 year later. You see, in that time period, I've put on a lot of weight. I've changed pant sizes. I've had to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. And I'm pretty convinced that I'm not going to lose out on any hugs just because of that fact. And if I do, then they're not really somebody I want to be hugging anyway. My point is, and I think today's happiness trigger really needs to be, we have to stop prioritizing our body and some event, the way our body should look at some event, over our mental health. We really have to. I mean, I know it's really hard because we live in a culture that teaches us we need to prioritize these events. Bikini season is coming. You have to hold on to your New Year's resolution. Look a certain way by your birthday. Your high school reunion's coming, so you have to lose 50 pounds. There's a boot camp for brides, whatever it is. All of these things operate on the principle that by a certain date, you must change who you are physically in order to be perceived emotionally and mentally by other people as having value. Now, stop for a second and really think about it. Does that make sense? That you have to change who you are, you have to stress, lose sleep, work out extra hard, stop eating properly and or limit your calories. You have to do all of these things in order for other people to like you? What? Like, I know it sells magazines, guys, and I know that I've bought magazines on that premise before, so it's not like, this is something that's foreign to me. But when you really stop to just sit down and go, why? Why? And I swear to you, if I lose out on any hugs at Paleo FX this year because I gained 40 pounds, I'm sorry, then I'm done. I'm checking out. So here's my thing. In order to be happy, you have to be happy in your body today. You do. Yes, it is wonderful to want to regain your health. I'm totally okay with that. Wanting to regain your health, wanting to feel comfortable and sexy in your own body is just so beautiful and important, and I think you should not let go of those goals. However, if that body image is something that is outside of the range of something you can do in 7 days or 30 days or whatever they want to brand it, right? If that body image requires that you completely change everything about who you are fundamentally and focus solely on the aesthetics and not on the health, not on the mental health, not on the physical health, not on actual physical health. I'm not talking about like doing a super crazy boot camp workout and 30-day challenge plus meal plan. That's a totally different thing. That is not health. That is marketing. It's marketing. Okay? Remember this. It is marketing. I work in marketing. I know how this works. I do B2B though, so don't worry. I'm not trying to brainwash any of you into, changing your diet for monetary reasons. I don't want to sell you things. I don't want to sell you a diet. I don't want to sell you a body. Be okay with who you are. The event you're going to, if the people there don't accept you because you are not at your own vision of your goal weight, then there's something wrong. You don't need to be with those people. Okay? You don't. So your happiness trigger is to learn how to progressively and slowly move toward a body weight that you can feel comfortable at, not one that is going to radically change everything about you. And to understand that an event should not be prioritized over your own health. And that includes your mental health, okay? So please, if you're about to go to some event, if you've got a major milestone coming up, I understand it's nice to want to be able to take pictures and feel like you've got the six-pack to show off, or, you've got the Michelle Obama arms, or whatever it is that the magazine is selling you this week. Great. It's nice to have those goals. If you can't make it there, give yourself some grace. If you don't need to make it there, give yourself permission. Okay? An event is not more important than your own personal, physical, and mental and emotional health. All right? So I will see you guys after Paleo FX. I'll be back with another happiness trigger. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to watch the Paleo FX live streaming. You'll see a link down below in the show notes or at inmyskinnyjeans, GENES.com. You can also tweet at me throughout the event at MissSkinnyJeans, GENES. And you can listen to the Finding Our Hunger podcast at findingourhunger.com or just on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And here's the deal. If any of you guys don't like me when you meet me at Paleo FX because I've gained weight or because my body doesn't somehow reach the weird expectation that you've mind melded and stolen from my own brain, well, then I don't want to meet you. But if you do want to give me a hug and you are at Paleo FX, I'll see you there. And I will be very ready for hugs. So until next time, remember, your mental and physical health are way more important. And stay hungry. Keep on triggering happy.